In the serene grove of Jetavana, Buddha sat beneath the Bodhi tree, radiating calm and wisdom. A group of disciples gathered in silence, their eyes reflecting curiosity and hope for enlightenment. Buddha began to speak, his voice resonating with gentleness and clarity, offering guidance to restless minds. My disciples, the mind seeks distractions like a moth drawn to light, finding no true rest in its frenzy. In this age, our lives are consumed by constant connectivity, enslaving us to devices that feed endless cravings. He gestured towards the distant hills, their stillness embodying the harmony absent in the hearts of many. We must break the chains of relentless engagement to rediscover the quietude that nurtures our inner being. Let us journey together on a path of simplicity, leaving behind the noise that clouds our perception. The abundance of knowledge consumes me and leaves my soul empty. The Buddha observed Ananda closely, a flicker of compassion passing through his face like sunlight on flowing water. Each morning, when you wake, resist reaching for your devices as the first act of your day. Instead, breathe deeply, focus inward, and set your intention to experience the world through an uncluttered mind. Begin with simple meditation, letting your thoughts flow naturally, untethered by the world's urgent demands. The practice of detachment fosters clarity, guiding you to discover the peace resting beneath mental restlessness. The grove fell into silence as disciples reflected, their thoughts weaving through the teachings imparted. Buddha's words flowed like a river, shaping their understanding without force. Like water nurturing thirsty earth, he continued, consider your time as precious and finite, demanding conscious choices and deliberate investments. Disconnecting from devices is not rejection but an embrace of your humanity and connection with nature. As you walk the earth, observe its beauty and listen to its subtle, healing sounds. Pause to admire a dew-kissed leaf, hear the rustle of wind, and feel the pulse of life. The distractions we carry keep us from this sacred relationship with the world's natural rhythm. Buddha's disciples nodded, awakening to the profound simplicity embedded in his guidance for modern lives. He spoke of stillness, patience, and the serenity found in accepting impermanence and embracing the present. Disciples, if your mind drifts to the past or future, gently bring it back to this moment. You are the architects of your peace. Through mindfulness, you create sanctuaries amidst chaos and urgency. The art of disconnecting empowers you to reclaim your innate ability to be still and observant. Buddha's teachings unfolded like the petals of a lotus, delicate yet profound, revealing inner truths. Acknowledge the pull of distractions as fleeting desires, clouding the natural luminosity within your being. As we embark on this retreat, commit to letting go of habitual actions that chain your soul. Fill each day with intentional pauses, reconnecting with the life that blossoms beyond digital currents. Buddha raised his hand, pointing toward the grove's edge, where golden light danced upon the trees. That light mirrors the brilliance of an undistracted mind, radiating clarity, contentment, and connection. Begin this practice not as an obligation but as an act of self-love and compassionate discipline. Carry these teachings as tools to navigate modern dilemmas, balancing the world's demands with inner equanimity. Let simplicity guide your steps, teaching you to value moments that enrich your spirit beyond measure. As Buddha finished speaking, his disciples sat with reverence, their hearts ready to embrace his wisdom. The grove embraced their stillness, a living metaphor of the tranquility they sought to embody. Their journey commenced, inspired by Buddha's unwavering patience and the quiet truth of his words. Each step on their path would mirror the sacred principles of simplicity, mindfulness, and presence. The teachings were seeds planted in their souls, promising profound transformation and an awakened sense of peace. Under the Bodhi tree's shadow, Buddha's voice lingered, harmonizing with nature's timeless symphony of wisdom. And so, the disciples departed, carrying his guidance into their hearts and the rhythm of their lives. Another day, another gathering at the grove of Jetavana, where the breeze carried the whisper of the Buddha's wisdom. The disciples sat cross-legged, their eyes reflecting serenity and curiosity, ready to receive the teachings of the awakened one. Buddha gazed at them, his face serene, his words flowing with compassion and clarity to nurture their awakening. Disciples, he began. Freedom from distractions leads to an opportunity to embrace the present moment with full awareness and gratitude. Our minds often dwell in illusions of the past or anxieties of the future. Escaping the reality of now, Buddha's voice resonated like a steady stream, drawing attention to the lessons hidden within each heartbeat and breath. Let us embark on the next teaching of our retreat, the practice of presence in every breath and action. Presence is the art of immersing oneself in the now, savoring the treasures of each fleeting, precious moment. Buddha gestured to a tree, its branches swaying gracefully, a symbol of harmony with the wind's gentle cadence. When we observe this tree, we witness life's dance, a movement free of pretense or distraction. Rooted in the now, our days often pass unnoticed, a blur of tasks and screens that steal our capacity to truly experience life. Today, I invite you to walk slowly, to listen, to see, to taste the essence of mindfulness in action. The disciples leaned in, their breaths synchronized with the cadence of the Buddha's words. Absorbing each syllable of truth, Buddha spoke of the joy found in simplicity, encouraging his followers to focus fully on even the smallest acts. When you eat, taste each morsel, feel its texture, and honor the nourishment it provides without dividing your attention. When you walk, sense the ground beneath your feet, feel its steady support as you align with life's rhythm. Distractions blind us to the miracles embedded in ordinary moments, robbing us of connection with the immediate and eternal. Buddha paused, allowing silence to envelope the grove, reminding the disciples that stillness is a teacher in itself. He continued, presence is not merely an act, it is a state of being that transforms the mundane into sacred. Practice presence with intention, opening your heart to the vivid experiences flowing around and within you. The disciples began practicing as instructed, walking in silence, their awareness heightening with each deliberate step they took. Their laughter softened to gentle smiles, as they discovered beauty in the swaying grass and songs of unseen birds. Buddha smiled warmly, recognizing their emerging understanding and the seeds of mindfulness sprouting in their thoughts. He invited them to share their experiences, to reflect on the differences they felt from practicing mindful presence that day. One disciple spoke of noticing dew sparkling like jewels on leaves, a scene once obscured by preoccupation and haste. Another described the relief of feeling grounded during slow, deliberate walking, untangled from the ceaseless demands of time. Buddha nodded, his voice filled with encouragement, as he said, "You are awakening to the infinite within the finite. The path of presence is a path to freedom, where moments blossom into vibrant expressions of life and wonder. Yet, know that mindfulness extends beyond observing. It resides in embracing even challenges with equanimity and grace. When anger or restlessness arises, greet them like old friends, acknowledging their presence without judgment or attachment. Your breath becomes an anchor, a reminder that storms pass and peace remains the ocean beneath their waves." As the sun set, draping the grove in hues of gold and amber, the disciples sat in serene reflection. The Buddha, embodying calmness, shared one final thought for the day, a reflection to guide their continued practice. Presence is not an escape but an entrance into life's fullness, a gift to both giver and receiver. Those who master presence radiate peace, becoming beacons of light in a world hungry for mindfulness and balance. With these words, the disciples bowed low, their hearts swelling with gratitude for the guidance and practices bestowed. The grove seemed to hum with sacred energy, each leaf and stone touched by the profound depth of the teachings, the lessons of presence carried forth, not as fleeting ideas, but as seeds that would bloom within each disciple's soul. Another day, another gathering beneath the sacred canopy of Jetavana, where tranquility cradled the hearts of the disciples. They assembled quietly, their spirits attuned to the teachings that had gently guided their paths over the recent days. Buddha's serene presence filled the space, his eyes reflecting the profound wisdom of lifetimes as he began to speak. "My dear disciples," he started, "you have journeyed through simplicity and presence. But now we embrace the wisdom of balance. Our lives are shaped by the push and pull of desires and duties, threatening to fracture our inner equilibrium. Let this teaching be your compass, guiding you to establish boundaries and nurture harmony in a demanding world." Buddha gestured towards the horizon, where the sun emerged from behind clouds, its light balanced between shadow and sky. Balance is the middle path, neither indulging nor avoiding, but walking with mindfulness amidst the tides of existence. In a world filled with distractions, the mastery of balance requires conscious choices and compassionate discipline in daily life. Today, we practice returning to the center, choosing where our energy flows, and when to rest in stillness. He elaborated, "Do not overwhelm them with the entire path. Offer them one clear step at a time, like a steady flame in the dark." This man came seeking solace, feeling torn between responsibility and the pursuit of inner peace. Buddha recounted with empathy, "I told him, your balance lies in embracing both worlds, treating each with love and understanding. Balance does not demand perfection but awareness, knowing when to act and when to step back into reflection." He paused, allowing silence to hold space for understanding. As the disciples pondered the lesson shared in his gentle tone, "Disciples, balance requires boundaries to protect the sanctuary of your soul from the chaos knocking at your doors. Define times for connection with the world and times for inner communion, holding both with equal respect and care. The wisdom of boundaries is not rejection but recognition of your finite energy and the value of conscious attention." He encouraged them to practice choosing moments to step away, saying no to distractions without guilt or fear of missing out. Let these boundaries act as a shield, preserving the sacred spaces where your heart finds clarity and restoration. Boundaries do not isolate, they elevate your interactions, allowing you to offer your best self to others without depletion. The disciples nodded, resonating with the teachings, their thoughts reflecting on moments they had stretched themselves too thin. Buddha shared practical guidance, saying, "Set time each day for undistracted contemplation, even if it begins with 10 minutes. Carry a token, a stone or a bead, to remind yourself of your commitment to balance amidst life's currents. Speak kindly to yourself. When boundaries are challenged, remembering balance is a journey, not an immediate destination." He gestured to a flowing stream nearby, its gentle ripples harmonizing with the landscape without breaking its stillness. Like the stream, adapt to life's demands with grace, finding your flow while preserving the essence of who you are. Balance extends beyond actions. It touches your thoughts, your relationships, and your interactions with the tools you use. Use technology as a servant, not a master, designing your engagements to align with your intentions and values. Buddha illustrated this point with the story of a merchant who found balance by redefining his relationship with his trade. He set clear limits, ensuring time for family, for rest, and for spiritual reflection, thriving in all aspects of his life. His journey teaches us that balance enhances productivity and joy, lighting the path to a fulfilled and connected existence. As the sun climbed higher, illuminating the grove with golden warmth, the disciples practiced setting intentions for their balance. They wrote their reflections in journals, contemplating where their energies flowed and how they could realign with mindful awareness. Buddha smiled, witnessing their growth, as he delivered the concluding words of this teaching with tender compassion. Balance is the art of holding the world in one hand and your peace in the other, without letting either fall. It is the harmony of effort and ease, of giving and receiving, a dance of life's intricate moments. Through balance, you cultivate a life where joy and meaning are not distant aspirations but present realities. The disciples bowed deeply, their hearts brimming with gratitude, ready to carry this wisdom into their lives beyond the grove. Under the radiant light of the Jetavana Grove, the journey of simplicity, presence, and balance found its resting note. The teachings of Buddha, timeless and profound, became seeds of transformation, nurturing a generation of mindful and compassionate souls. Offer one teaching, clear and simple. Mira nodded slowly, her expression contemplative, as though turning over the Buddha's words in the depths of her mind. Thank you for watching. Buddha's teachings are always with you. Subscribe to our channel and we will see you in the next video.